EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
What you saying they got going on with the duty though?
Ready to get us started, and off we go now from State Farm Stadium. On the return, Deontay Harris.
I hate to keep putting you coming back in there.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. 3-yard line.
Right.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Buda Baker on the tackle. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9. Brees. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th
What was it looking like, Ron?
Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Oh, nice move. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Give him 3 on 1st down.
Oh, that hurt.
Up a 2nd and 7.
That lost the fucking game right there, bro. I ain't give a fuck you scored or not.
No cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him
Damn,
to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
So every time you leave,
right at the
they add
line.
on.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll roll him out right. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
I just made you quit the other day.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
The ball carrier.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Gonzalez's kick is good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense.
And Brees is going to go down in the end zone, a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem. All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. He didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20.
Jenkins on the tackle.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brees, he gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it. And they got there to
for the boys, for the homies.
Now Brees finding Kamara. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's
Brees looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. Powerful running. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Man.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
To throw is Murray. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. 46 yards. They'll hand it to Drake here on the option. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Murray's going to yield to Drake on the option. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Shotgun now for Murray. We get a traffic there, and that's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I did, man. I took so long to get there.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Did it just come because I just left?
For the defense there, they forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. On the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Pass incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. But it'll be 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play fake. Murray sliding out of the pocket. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, 38 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
This dumb-ass, glitchy-ass fucking thing.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're
I be
down.
trying to get new teams and beat their ass.
My goodness. Johnson picks it. And they will score.
You get though, if I get Minnesota.
For the Cardinals touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got
Green Bay.
those great skills back there.
That's what you say you're going to get. I asked the question, you gave me an answer, bro.
And of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get
Look like you're trying to get them Steelers.
This one's in the air.
See, dog, here we go, dog. Patriots for everybody, huh?
And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
the Patriots, your answer for everybody, huh?
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this
Bro, we
first
don't got
half.
nobody to keep up with the season.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they're able to put this one across the 35. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now a play fake. Breeze. Now Breeze wants the football.
You got it back. You got back.
Hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
You got back. Send the I Want Smoke friend quick.
How you trying to sneak and get somebody when I leave the TV?
Final shot before half for Breeze. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. Room here to run. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain.
Man, you tripping, man.
After the break.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Yeah.
Back for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Taking over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with Drake. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up on play.
Look for my name while I look for yours, bro.
He'll buy some time right. And this one caught by Max Williams. And all the way down.
I said, look for my name while I look for yours. We'll find each other.
Big time play there by the Cardinals. 49 yards.
At the 29-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. Murray under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, Murray. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 3 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Nah, I got to set their roster. I'm almost gone.
Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Man, they try him.
Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now Breeze on the bootleg. And he's going to go down again. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores
they're
down
gonna
in
be
the
the
3rd
first
quarter,
and last
they can
time
truly
out.
afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
I'm ready to run.
Now it's Peterson. So a change of possession here
go ahead
on the
and start
punt.
the shot clock.
Out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the whole game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Harris now to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker.
What, bro?
Set up shot.
Man, you wait till the game, boy. How about yours?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 49.
After the turnover, here's Murray rolling to his right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray would give. This is Drake. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there and records the sack.
Gotta
imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Over the middle.
He was to do a fuck thing to me, man.
Across his body. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Right.
Young quarterback Charles Rogers. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case,
Boosie first got out of jail, did the concert down here.
Battle.
Yeah, them
Brings up
motherfuckers.
2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. That's
Don't jump like that. Well, all right.
another pick.
Emmanuel
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Got a man. He finds Sanders.
What's that? Little fat?
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down.
I fuck with that nigga.
Breeze now on
That
1st
nigga,
down.
I ain't gonna lie, that nigga was the first nigga I said. That one had maybe one motherfucker out. This nigga out with some motherfucker play.
11 more on that one, and another first down.
Yeah.
Football as we get you reset.
He fucking with the
And
rules.
let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Yeah, I heard somebody else said this. Somebody else said
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put in.
Bro, what did I do, bro?
This one's done. You just feel like at the post-game press conference,
What did I do,
this team's
bro?
gonna have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Man, I hate it. Man, them
Emmanuel
niggas,
Sanders.
when them niggas had split it up like this.
And the
You
Saints
hard
make some
motherfucker.
inroads here to that deficit.
For the two.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle
That's
up
why,
their
man,
sleeve.
how you tell for man, River gonna be River,
Going to
man.
use in one sequence if they hope to
That
have a
nigga
chance
like
to
this.
like like this,
Let's take
man.
it to the 2nd quarter, bro. You feel me?
I mean, that nigga was a wild
Secure the
mark.
football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one.
Damn, my boy don't care where he wear his pajamas to,
Slim and none.
Ooh.
And I do believe we saw Sanders leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
Man, I don't get no
And it's gonna be too
street
high.
credit
Out of
for
bounds.
people with cameras.
Oh,
He
I
was
wasn't
looking for
expecting them to
Daniels
do
that
bitch.
time, but
Get
it's
your
gonna
ass
be
out of
second
here.
down.
I wasn't expecting me for them to click me right there.
From the gun, it's Drake. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a
So
third
ghetto
down.
stores kind of not. I watch them motherfuckers.
I just got to hold outside. You
As
feel
they'll
me?
talk it over here before what'll be an important third down.
6.
That's it.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's taken
They supposed
down
to be
here
coming
by
from the
Saints.
inside.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll get it with just over 90
We
seconds to go in the
spoke with that
ballgame.
nigga Pimp
Here's
too,
Andy
goddamn.
Lee now
We spoke with
as
that
he's
nigga
on to
down
punt
too.
for Arizona.
All them down south niggas. Niggas don't know nothing about them niggas though. UGK Bun B and them niggas.
The Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies.
With two real for them folks ass back then, man.
They're able to almost stop it
like
where they
this
want
shit.
to, like a good golfer can check one up.
MC was speaking on these niggas, man.
Play action. Breeze. And Breeze is going to go down in the end zone. A safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Come on, man. Get the fuck
Murphy. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault.
You playing the dime?
Yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers. And he turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Murray's going to look to throw this thing.
Give me that shit. Come on, man.
This one caught by Isabella. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 63 yards.